Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm just going to be doing another project share video. This one's going to be a little bit different from the other one because this is going to be a lot of resin things as well. I have included a couple jewelry pieces in this video, but I have kind of been on a resin kick lately, so I'm excited to kind of show you that because I've not really shown any of my other crafts on this channel yet, aside from just my jewelry stuff. So I don't want this video to be super long, so let's just jump right in, why don't we? So I am going to start with the jewelry items first, and then I'll get into the resin afterwards. I did make this a really long time ago, like honestly more than a month ago, but I actually had made, I'm trying to remember, I think that I showed another bracelet. It was the same pattern in my last project share video, and I just really love this pattern. I think it's just so pretty. So I just wanted to do another one with some different colors. So yeah, I have that. Also, a side note, my sister and I were actually going to be doing a craft fair soon. So it's actually going to be the 14th of November. So it's really coming up soon. And I've kind of been crafting like crazy because I'm really hoping to sell some stuff there. And then whatever I don't sell, I'm then planning on making an Etsy and putting everything on there. I've been wanting to make an Etsy for a long time, but with this craft fair coming up, I kind of thought it would be better to save all of my stuff for that because I didn't want things to end up selling on Etsy and then for me not to have enough for this craft fair. So I kind of figured I would just wait until after the craft fair and then post everything. So once I get that all situated, I will definitely let you guys know, and then I will start leaving like the link for it and everything in the description box. So the next jewelry item is this bracelet right here. This is just like a 3-tiered bracelet. I really like this one. I can't remember what kind of gemstone beads these are, but I liked that some of them have like this turquoise kind of color, and then they also have like an orangey tannish kind of shade. So that's why with the other two strands, I wanted to incorporate those colors, and I thought that they all looked really pretty together. So I have that. And then I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you guys. I might just put my thing like this. Sorry, it's on one of those like ring holders. So I've been making a ton of these Hishi bracelets because for the craft fair, you know, most people know that these aren't crazy expensive. Like the beads are pretty affordable and they're very easy to make. Like these are all just stretchy bracelets, so I don't want to charge too much for them. But I thought it would be really fun to have just like a big assortment of these and kind of just have them in like a cute little bowl or something, and just have them as like a, you know, less expensive piece if people wanted to get something. And I just think it's really cute to have a bunch of them together like this. I love these like 5 neutrals. I think those look so pretty together. I'm hoping I can make more of these before the craft fair, but we'll see what happens. So I have all of those. So that is most of the jewelry that I've made since the last video. I have a couple things, you know, that I am not showing just because it's all like packed up for the craft fair and I just don't really feel like going through it. I know, I'm sorry, I'm kind of lazy, but let's just get on to the resin stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you, I'm not planning on selling just because for one, they're not perfect. I hate using that word because I feel like with handmade things, like nothing is ever perfect, and I don't feel like it should be, because I feel like that's part of the beauty of it, is how unique it is and that it's not like, you know, manufactured in a factory or something like that. But whatever, that's just my opinion. But I finally got some trinket molds, and I made this. This was the first one that I made. So as you can see, you just open it up like that, and it's like a little trinket box. I've been wanting to try these for a really long time, and I just never got around to it because, I mean, it does take up a lot of resin, so you do have to take that into consideration. But for a while, I was just so into jewelry making that I kind of wasn't really thinking about it. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I just used a mica powder for this. It's like one of those, or not a mica powder, they call it chameleon powder. So it's supposed to be like color shifting, and this one's supposed to be green, blue, and purple. I don't know how well you can see it though. But this one did turn out really good. The unfortunate thing is I don't know if there was an air bubble here. Where is it? Oh yeah, okay, right here. I don't know if there was an air bubble here or what, but like this spot didn't get filled. Which, I mean, even then, someone who is maybe looking to buy, maybe they wouldn't care. But I also decided I would just keep these first few for myself anyway. Then the second one I made looks like this. I really like this one. I actually just mixed, it was like a white kind of like pearlescent powder that I mixed in with the resin along with different glitters. And then I actually embedded some dried flowers in there, and I just think it turned out really pretty. This is how it looks. And I added some star and a heart glitter, if you can kind of see that. I do really like this mold. This one is very like fancy. The only thing that kind of sucks, and the mold came like this, where the silicone piece is kind of like crooked almost. So if you notice, this top piece doesn't really sit great in there. Another reason why I probably wouldn't sell it, but at the same time, maybe someone wouldn't care. It's hard to say, but yeah, I have that one. Okay, next I just have a bunch of keychains that I've been working on that I want to show you guys. Okay, I just moved things over a little bit. So these are some of the keychains I've been working on. Now, I've been wanting to make these keychains with like the letter beads for the longest time. I honestly probably got these letter beads, it might have even been like over a year ago, like such a long time. And I'm like just now getting around to doing it. So I made these 5, which are all, you know, kind of like cute, positive sort of words or like phrases. And then they have these really pretty light pastel kind of colors. So there's laugh, dreamer, flower child, breathe, and happy. So I have those ones. And then I kind of wanted to do the opposite. So I have these 5 that have the dark colors with the dark alphabet beads. And then these are all like super sassy phrases, which I just thought was really funny. Maybe, you know, not everybody will think it's as funny as I am, but I have seen a couple of YouTubers do things like this, and I just think it's kind of cute. So yeah, these ones have the darker colors and then, you know, some kind of sequin glitter in there and some cellophane. But I have one that says not today, hell no, leave me alone, go away, and bitch please. So I really like the way those turned out. I think they're really cute. Okay, aside from those, I have all of these. So these are actually zodiac sign keychains. So I got this mold a couple weeks ago, and it has all 12 of the different zodiac signs. And I thought this would be really good for like craft fairs and selling and stuff like that, because some people are really into these. So I thought those would be kind of fun. The first ones of these that I made, I unfortunately had to toss because something went wrong when I was mixing my resin, and it started to cure extremely quickly. I'm not entirely sure what went wrong because I am always so careful when I measure out my resin. And like I know for a fact that the measurements weren't that off, that it should have cured that weirdly. Anyway, but long story short, because the resin was so thick when I was pouring it in, all of these really tiny spaces it didn't get into. So then when I popped it out, there were some spots that were missing, or some spots that were like super thin, and there was really just like no saving it at that point. So I just kind of scrapped them and started again. But these ones turned out really good. They're all the same. I kind of wanted to make almost like a set, I suppose, even though no one's gonna buy like all 12, but I kind of wanted to go for somewhat of like a marbly effect, and then there's little gold pieces in there. So I do have, you know, all the different signs for these ones. I don't know what they all are. For display purposes, I am going to print out you know, kind of like a cheat sheet, so that if anybody else maybe doesn't know what their sign is, but they're really interested in these, then they can figure it out. The only thing I know is that this one's mine. I am a Cancer, so let's see what these other ones are. What's nice too is this mold, as you can see here, has a hole like built into it already, which is kind of nice because then you don't have to drill it separately. You can just put a jump ring in right away and then you'll be all set. Here's the last one. So I really like that mold. I think that's really fun. I wish that I had more time to like make another set of these before the craft fair, but I just don't think that's realistic. But you know what? It's a start. This is like my first craft fair, so I'm not gonna be, you know, prepared for everything. But other than that, there's just some things I've been working on that aren't entirely finished yet. For example, I have more of these little, donut charms. I think I might have showed these in a different video. I can't remember, but I really love this mold. I think this is just so cute. So I made these 3 and I had painted on the details, but I haven't put over the top coat yet. So that's why like the white still, you can see all like the brush strokes and stuff. And I'll probably go over the white with another coat. But these are obviously, you know, a work in progress. But then after I'm all done with them, then I'm planning on turning them into keychains. So sorry, my cat is trying really hard to get on the table. She is being very naughty today. So yeah, there's those guys. So I actually wanted to make a bunch of Christmas charms for the craft fair, and that just was a horrible fail. So I had a couple Christmas molds that I've had for a while now, and I've just not done anything with them. And so I was like, oh, well, this is a perfect time because the craft fair is, you know, kind of mid to late November. So I thought Christmas things would be perfect. And so I started making all of these. And, you know, I had to paint on the details and everything, but I was really liking how they were turning out. And of course, let me just get them on here first so you can see. Okay. So that's all of them, right? And I had painted on the details. I was waiting for everything to dry, and then I was going to seal them, you know, with a top coat just to make sure all the paint would stay and that they were shiny and everything. And when I was making this big trinket box with all the glitter, the top piece, the mold for this top piece, you know, it sits like this, so it's not sitting on much here. The whole thing tipped over, spilled all over these Christmas charms. So some of them are, you know, much worse than others. You can see this candy cane has a huge bit on there. The present has one, and I can sand this off. Like, it's not unfixable. But you can definitely see like some of them, you know, it's spilled right here because then the rest of it still isn't finished, and it's just kind of a mess. I know that I definitely can fix these up and maybe at some point sell them, but at the time I was just like so irritated. I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm just putting these to the side and we'll come back to them for another day. But that's that. Yeah, so I guess that's really it. It seems like I've been making way more than this, but I guess I really haven't because this is it. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of enjoyed seeing some of my resin crafting. I know I've not really shown it on here before, so I hope that you guys like that. Let me know. I can try to do more resin videos if that's something you would be interested in. But other than that, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. I will let you know how the craft fair goes. Fingers crossed it goes well. And I can't wait to talk to you all again soon. Bye, everyone.